Hello, Pokejar. My name is King Pickle, and I haven't done one of these in a while. So basically, I did Week 9 of the NFL recap, and then I stopped, and then I realized, uh-oh. So, this is gonna be very different set of clips. It's just gonna be me talking instead of going through each match or each game for both weeks. I'm just gonna go through all 32 teams. Ready, set, go! So this is what being a Jets fan feels like. Thanks, I hate it. Will the Ravens still make the playoffs? Probably, when you consider our schedule. But then again, we lost to the Patriots, so anything is possible. I'm looking at our calendar, and I'm like, shit, we face the Giants? I did not know a team could physically have this easy of a schedule. Are the Steelers still one of the best teams in the NFL? Yes. But I mean, what good teams have they played? They had 2 close games against the Titans and Ravens, and nothing else. This is going to be one of the worst undefeated teams of all time. We live in a society where the Browns are about ready to make a playoff run. I'm scared. And just like that, the Bengals are pretty much over. Joe Burrow is out, which means Cincinnati is out. The Bills, in case you can't tell, are a dang good football team. I think a lot more people would consider them one of the best teams in the NFL if DeAndre Hopkins didn't perform one of his favorite magic tricks. I mean, they had that game sealed. I still would say that the Bills are slightly better when you consider their defense, but oh, that was a tough loss. The Dolphins need to calm down right now. They're performing way better than they should. Will they make the playoffs? Maybe, probably not. But hey, this year I'd consider a win for the Dolphins. It's Tua time, yay. I don't want to talk about the Patriots. I mean, we could have done it if Calais Campbell didn't die for our sins as an NFL fan base. I'm not salty. You're salty. You know, I'm not going to talk about the Jets, mostly because if I do, then everyone within a 50-mile radius of my house will get the seasonal depression. The Chiefs are easily the best football team in the NFL. I mean, they play as good as the Ravens in the first 3 quarters, and as good as the Saints in the last quarter. The only team I could really see beating them would be one that can match them in offensive might, like the Cardinals, Packers, or maybe even the Seahawks, just beating them through sheer offensive power. The Raiders are gunning for the playoffs. 5 teams are aiming for the top 3 spots in the AFC wildcard playoffs. If you ask me, I think it'll be Titans, Raiders, and Ravens. The Dolphins have a kinda tough schedule, and the Browns are the Browns. The Broncos and Chargers are both being included here because they are very similar. Both had optimism before the season, but have since been hit with the depressing punch of reality. Please just delete these 2 teams. I could not care less about any of their games. The Colts and Titans are in a big boy battle for the division. The Titans will probably take it, but hey, Colts fans, enjoy the spotlight while you still have it before you lose quickly in the playoffs. How can a franchise be one of the most historic in the league, having 2 of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, while also constantly leaving my brain? I mean, I am from Baltimore. The Colts used to be in Baltimore. The Colts are still somehow the most forgettable team in the NFL to me. The Texans are, well, they're like a Texan bull. Everything is looking good for a while. You're riding the bull pretty well. Then you trade the reins in the rope to your bull for a cowboy hat. Then, because of your stupidity, the bull knocks you off him, and he kicks you in the gut. What I'm trying to say is that the Texans are bad. Hi guys, my name is Jake Luton. I play for the Jacksonville Jaguars. In the future, I'll probably be a second-string QB for the Bears. Some people ask me why I play in the NFL, and honestly, I don't know why. The head coach of the Jags, who I don't want to look up the name to, plucked me from my job at Target and is now paying me in Hot Pockets and $25 Walmart gift cards. The Packers may be the best team in the NFC. They say defense wins championships, but outside the Steelers and maybe the Buccaneers and Rams, most good teams in the NFL so far this year have had superb offenses and mediocre defenses. The Chiefs, Packers, Seahawks, Cardinals, and Saints are all pretty unbalanced in the ratio between offense and defense, but they still keep on winning. It's like, oh my god, the NFL is fun now. The Bears have finally been unmasked as the frauds that they are. They are slowly realizing that they suck. The Vikings, on the other hand, are stubbornly refusing to accept their badness. Dalvin Cook is still there, which means they can still technically make the playoff picture. They're still clinging on because of Dalvin Cook. He is a dark horse. He's not gonna get the MVP, and Alvin Kamara probably deserves it more, but I mean, come on. Just give him something. You know the Vikings aren't giving him something. So can the yearly rewards just give Dalvin Cook something? Oh yeah, and the Lions are there too. That's pretty much been their status quo for the past 50 years. The Lions are there, they accept their beating, and then they wait for next season. The fact that all four NFC East teams are well in a playoff hunt, but the Seahawks and Ravens may not make it, is why I would argue that God has a sick sense of humor. Delete this conference, please. So, believe it or not, the Cardinals are really good. Their offense is really good. Patrick and Peterson and Budda Baker are enough on defense. Kyler Murray makes me want to curl up into a ball and cry. The Rams are back, baby. They looked at all the Ravens' pre-snap motions from last year and have perfected them. I gotta give it to Sean McVay. No one would blame him if the Rams sucked because of all the losses in the offseason and the cap hell they're in, but he's been clinging together a pretty solid season. Congrats, Rams. You guys deserve it. The Seahawks have kind of fallen apart in recent weeks. Like, they're still nearly guaranteed to make the playoffs, but 7th seed isn't too great, so sorry, but Russell Wilson can't bail you out every single season. I remember after week 4, I thought, oh, the 49ers will get better when their injuries heal, and they'll be fine in the end, maybe making a wildcard spot in the playoffs. So that was a lie. A Super Bowl contender stomped down by forces outside their control. That may be the worst part of sports in general. Contrary to popular belief, the Saints aren't in panic mode because Drew Brees is out. They're in oops, that kind of sucks mode. Then they continued to win games with Taysom Hill. So, whatever, I guess they're fine for now. Is Father Time finally catching up with Tom Brady? Probably not, but hey, it's fun to think that the bad man is finally gone. The defense and offensive players around him should carry him, maybe into the divisional round of the playoffs, but I don't know. The sun has already set on the evil empire, but now their leader general may have finally been slain. The Panthers are bad. I don't really know what else to say. Without Christian McCaffrey, their offense is limited, and Luke Kuechly being gone has left the head office scrambling to find an identity on defense. So, this Panthers team has been pretty much neutered by the majority of teams in the NFL. Did I forget about an NFL team? No, I think I'm good. Wait, I forgot about the Falcons. One last time, ladies and gentlemen, say it with me. LOL, Falcons suck. Power rankings. Haven't done one of these in a while. Jets and Jaguars, still where they at? Cowboys, they suck. Giants are slightly better. Texans, I finally realized, they suck. Lions are doing slightly better than they probably should, but there again, they're having a pretty average Lions season. Chargers and Bengals. Bengals have dropped down a decent bit now that Joe Burrow's out. I have lost all hope for this team, and the Chargers are the Chargers. Falcons, I also had a little bit of hope for them, but that kind of got squashed. Broncos, Broncos should be around here, but I forgot about them, so they're here. Panthers and Eagles, I consider these teams about the same. They have been sort of destroyed by injury / team members leaving. The only difference is that the Eagles will maybe make the playoffs. Washington's their defenses are one saving grace. 49ers, again, I've lost all hope. Patriots, they're getting better. As long as Bill Belichick is at the helm, they'll be alright. Bears, thank God you have finally dropped out of the top 16. You worthless little franchise. Whatever. Vikings, they're doing, again, better than they should. Their offense is actually kind of solid. Dolphins, Browns, Colts, same where they've been. Raiders, it's not that the Raiders are worse. I just think teams have gotten better. Seahawks with a pretty decent jump down. I just don't think Russell Wilson can save them every single game. Rams, a whole lot of great coaching decisions by Sean McVay. And also Jalen Ramsey, and, like, their running game is really good. They have great wide receivers. Basically, they have everything except for a decent quarterback. Number 8 is the Saints. They remain Ravens. Titans. They're here. Sorry, that's the Titans season. They're here. They're, like, surprisingly really good. I didn't expect them to keep up the pace from the tail end of last season, but they're a decent football team. Bills move in top 5. They remain. Cardinals, they're still here. Kyler Murray is just way too good. Him and DeAndre Hopkins are probably the best wide receiver quarterback duo in the NFL outside of Drew Brees and Michael Thomas. But hey, Drew Brees is dead, so. Packers, they move up a slot because the Ravens move down many slots. And then Steelers and Chiefs remain. This segment is kind of pointless.